The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's able to fly forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The Vikings, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the ground with Jones. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Completes this to Addison out left.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
Safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him throwing it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
And now they'll shift things around. On play action, now McCarthy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all total. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Second and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Goff. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Detroit Lions, first down.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he will maneuver his way down about the 7.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Goff now to throw. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Dances by him.
And he returns this to the 22. And the Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get one of those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Vikings, first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. McCarthy operating from the gun. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy who catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
To the air with McCarthy.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
The Lions at 10-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the context.
The back foot throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
We're good.
Goff now looks to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Open man right side of St. Brown.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 20.
1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
To throw is gone.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Justin Jefferson bringing in the sling.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
A gain of
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down. First and 10.
McCarthy is set to throw it. Slant route, and he's got Addison.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
McCarthy going to throw again.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a first and 10 up at the 44.
Throwing is McCarthy. That one out wide and intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Now Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Detroit Lions, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Lions.
We go, 76! 76!
Throwing again is Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jamison Williams
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You that are really good, but it's not enough.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Powering forward. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's gone.
Right side to Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Goff now looking to throw.
Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Well, they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Here's Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Montgomery going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses are a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
20.
Gibbs will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They get this out left. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14.
Vikings.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now McCarthy.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. This is caught by Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That's good for 28 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
The Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. DJ Reed on the
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, McCarthy. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin him back at their 10-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Lions 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Goff going to shift him around. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
It's a gain of 11.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We go, Todd!
Gibbs straight ahead. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The kick is good.
Going after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 14.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. To the air with McCarthy.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First and 10.
Back to throw. McCarthy. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McCarthy. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's third and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and
4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And we will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On play action, now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And now we should realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
4 down. 180.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
180.
Gone.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Now Goff looking to change the play. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
There's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a first and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Lions extend this fourth-quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They'll come up now on second down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Completes this to Jefferson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. First and 10 here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Inside the 10. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have done a little better jobs. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game.